What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit that notification bell. All right, let's get into the video. I wanted to start the video with that clip because let's be honest with ourselves. We all was sitting back, biting our nails. Whatever you do when you're nervous, we was nervous last night. I don't know why I was. Walked away from the TV a couple of times, sat back down, had some cursing to do, and I was yelling at Tom Thibodeau. I know this man got us to the playoffs. Right now, one could say one of the best coaches in New York Knicks history. But last night, like I keep telling you, the defense have to change. But good thing is that he did make a little adjustments. We held Maxey down in that whole, I'm gonna say 3 quarters. Maxey didn't really get his points into the 4th quarter. So yeah, he made some adjustments. But the defense, and when he go to that double and trapping, like I said in my last video, the Knicks did not need to be doubling and trapping Joe and B. And I just wanted to play that clip because obviously I'm not the only one that feel that way. All right, let's get into this game. The New York Knicks advance to the second round. We will be meeting the Indiana Pacers. The first time in 24 years. 24 years. Matter of fact, first time 24 years if we can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just want to get that out there real quick because if we get past the Pacers, that's going to be another storyline. And who did we get defeated by? Because we lost that series against the Indiana Pacers 2000. But let's focus on this game right here. The New Yorks came out that first quarter. The Knicks was spectacular. I thought the game was put away. Then, as you heard Kenny said, Taves went back to trapping and double teaming Joe and B. It left. And I'm not gonna lie you. I was not surprised by Buddy Hield shooting tonight. I just knew it was a matter of time before he got going. He just was having a slump. You know what I'm saying? The same thing as Denver and Chizo. He finally came alive when we needed him the most. Game 6. It should have been Game 5, but Game 6, I will take it. I had predicted the New York Knicks would take this in a 5-game series. Hey, long as we advancing, that's all that matters right now. I don't need to be right. As you see what the Knicks did throughout the game, that first quarter, like I said, I thought we had the game put away. But Tibbs go back to that style of defense. I'm not going to stay stuck on that. We will be meeting the Indiana Pacers, 8th playoff series versus the New York Knicks, most versus a single team in history. First time meeting in the playoffs since 2013 semifinals. Pacers won that game, as I said a little earlier. Pacers won the regular season. This is the thing, but I really didn't want to get too much into this Pacers Knicks game because that's a separate video, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. Pacers this season in the series, out of a 3-game series throughout the season, they took it 2-1. The Knicks are right now in Vegas are the favorite to win this series. But I'm going to be honest with you, this is a totally different team from the 76ers. The Pacers are a much younger team, and in my opinion, certain players are smarter than other players. Like when I say a younger team, you look at Lowry. Lowry's up there in years. Joel Embiid is getting up there. Even though he's in his prime, he's getting up there. You got Buddy Hield. You got guys like Batum. These guys kind of, they've been around the league for a while. But when we go to play the Pacers, a lot of these guys only been in the league no longer than 4 or 5 years. Some of these guys 2 years. They hungry. They got legs. They springy. They bouncing. So this defense that we played on the Sixers, it might not work against the Indiana Pacers. And it got me worried. Halliburton is more dangerous, in my opinion. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, than Joe Embiid. Because Joe Embiid, he needs to set. He needs to pound the ball. If you get set your feet as the defender, you can get an offensive foul. But Halliburton is so savvy, so quick, and he can put up a shot from anywhere. And then you got the other guys on the team. Matthew Batum, if I'm saying his name right, a guy I was very interested in the draft. So this series is going to be very tough. This is going to be a very tough series against the Indiana Pacers. I predicted 5. I was wrong. But I think this series just might go to 7. Honestly, I think this series might go to 7. Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a tough series for the New York Knicks. And the good thing about this, then again, I don't know if many of you heard, but Porzingis is hurt. He might not play in round 2. Boston got a little time. They still, Cleveland and Orlando still battling out. Cleveland holds a 3-2 lead. They can close out tonight. But I actually think Orlando gonna come back and take that series. But either way, I think with Porzingis out, even one of them teams might be a little tough matchup for Boston, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know how good Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but with Porzingis out of the picture, I think it kind of makes Boston a little vulnerable, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion, hit me in the comments and what y'all think. I know I'm looking way ahead, but yeah, I have the Knicks going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, like I said, this series with the Pacers might go to 7, but we have one of the best players in the league, in my opinion, MVP. I don't know why, he has not gotten the talk that he had, Joe Embiid, Jokic, any other player, Anthony Edwards. I think Jalen Brunson should be put right in that category. That's just my opinion. Before we get into Jalen Brunson, we must take one look at that shot from Josh Hart to win this game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have to look at that once. You know what I'm saying? I have to give y'all that at least one time. Beautiful shot. And let's be honest. I felt that he was going to make the shot, and I felt that the play was drawing up just for him. Because the way he was playing, Brunson, Tibbs had to, we play too much isolation. We had to go to somebody else. And tonight, he had help from the whole team. I mean, he dropped from his points, you know what I'm saying? Another 40-point game. But he had help from the whole team, and we needed it tonight. We definitely needed it tonight. So let's just talk about Brunson for a second, then we're going to get up out of here. Like I said, Brunson continue to do all the things that we need him to do when we need him to do it. Let's be real. The man is electrifying. In my opinion, this is the best player we had since, I know a lot of people like to compare him to Carmelo Anthony, but I'm going to say because these guys won championships for us since Clyde and Reed, you know what I'm saying, them players, because the things that Brunson is doing, come on, Carmelo, some could say he didn't have the supporting cast. Oh, then again, we can't even say that. It's just, I don't think the teams that Anthony was on was real teams. You know what I'm saying? We had stars in almost every old stars, broken down stars, but in every position, you know what I'm saying? Big names, you know what I'm saying? Veterans. And it's kind of hard to have veterans follow behind other veterans, if you know what I mean. Guys that used to being the guys, used to being the man, especially back in the 80s and 90s. But the way these guys played, the Villanova boys, is something special here. And I think the New York Knicks got something special this year. I think we're going to see something very special. I think we're going to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? I know the West is very strong. Teams that might come out of that stable over there. You got the Nuggets, either the Timberwolves, the Thunder. These are 3 young, hungry, exciting teams. I know the Knicks will be hard challenged. No matter who we face out of them 3 teams, we will have to play our best basketball. But in my mind, I see us beating them. You know what I'm saying? Getting down to the nitty gritty and wanting the game. The Knicks just be wanting it more than other teams. And not only that, if we was to meet any one of them 3 teams I've just mentioned in the NBA championship, we will be the underdogs. And I know they will be overconfident. We already beat Minnesota this year. They came back and got their revenge, but we beat them, so we know we can beat that team. We beat Thunder, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? And we beat all 3 of them teams. So it's not like we wouldn't have a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know. This man right here continued to do his thing. People kept underrating the signing of Jalen Brunson. Now all you hearing is the praise of Jalen Brunson, the burner, Jason. Wait, excuse me, I messed up. The Brunson burner, But yeah, this is going to be a very exciting series. Round 2, first time in 24 years the New York Knicks have made it to the second round back to back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to lie to you. Once we didn't win the game 5, I was very upset. My video probably was a little premature about firing Tom Thibodeau, but yes, he gonna have to do what he did and get this game right here in the next round. What I mean by that, you're gonna have to go away from the trap. And you seen the way he was playing defense on Maxey earlier in the game. That's how we're gonna have to play Halliburton. That's just my opinion. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.